Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I just had 2 cups of coffee, so I'm going to be a little bit hyper. Sorry about that. And I am also quite excited to share this with you guys. I had this in my gallery for quite some time and in my folder of things that I film, and I had completely forgotten to make a video about it until I saw on the gallery, and I realized I never made a video about it. So here we are, like a month late, over a month probably late, but we are still here. So this house is the 1 million simoleon house, and yes, it does cost exactly that, 1 million on the dot, not £1 or 1 simoleon, more or less, exactly 1 million. If you have never built a 1 million house, then you would not know the struggle that it is. It is actually, I would say it's easier to make a cheaper house than it is to make a house that costs this much. I usually always build mansions and they end up costing, I would say, about £500,000. So to make it cost 1 million, you have to, be creative and use a lot of the expensive things, and it takes some work. Now this here is built on the 64 by 64 lot in Windenburg, and we use every square inch of it because we need it. Now this house, right, is supposed to look like a house that it is old, obviously, and it has been in the same family for quite a few generations. And you will see little hints of that here and there that I will talk about in a bit. But at the front of the house, we have a very beautiful formal garden. It just shapes the house a bit. This house, it needs to have a formal garden because, this is a very expensive looking house. And then also at the front of the lot, we do have a little carport. It is not a full garage because it does not have a wall. It is just 3 walls with a roof on top, and then I put in 2 little debug cars in there. Just, of course, it's not usable, but just to give it the look that we want to. And this room over here that you see on the right of your screen, that is a room that I think it's quite useful. Now, as you play The Sims 4, you would know that you will need quite a lot of skill building items for your Sims, for certain professions. You will need, and they are usually quite large, and they are, to be quite frank, ugly. Like the cupcake machine, that thing is just horrendous. It would not look good anywhere in your house. So we have that little shed over there. Currently it has a woodworking table, a flower arranging table, a treadmill, but of course if you need anything else, just feel free to delete those and put in what you want. Now the back of the garden, whilst the front it is very formal, it has statues, and those statues, coming back to this house has been in the same family for generations. Those statues in my head are of their former famous family members. So there's quite a few statues at the front. So the front is formal and the back is not. So it's kind of like a mullet. At the front, it looks very formal. In the back is the party area. So we've got a very large pool. We've got a bar, dining area, and I think that's pretty much it. There's not much you can put in The Sims anyway. But it is quite nice. I like it because I used quite a lot of foundations and not foundation platforms to just create different areas. And the whole garden is not fenced in, it's actually walled in with the brick wall. You won't have much of a view in that garden because the walls are quite high, but I think it's very nice. It has quite a lot of plants and shrubberies here and there. Now this house does have a few oddities here and there. One of them is the attic. In the attic, there is one particular bedroom. Now, this bedroom, unlike every other bedroom in this house, it looks a bit disheveled. It does not look very good. It has a lot of trash everywhere. It does have some expensive paintings just laying on the floor. It has water damage. It looks very unkempt. Now, the reason for me adding this room is I wanted this family to have a skeleton in the closet. You know how Monica in Friends, she's the neatest person, but then she has a closet that's full of trash. That was kind of the concept. So that bedroom, maybe it's haunted and no one goes in there. Maybe it belonged to a family member that passed away and no one goes in there. The reason, it could be many different reasons, but it's there. If you don't want it, then you could go ahead and renovate it. It could be quite nice because the bedroom is actually huge. It is the biggest bedroom in the whole house, I believe. Now, in the attic as well, and there is a teen's bedroom or young adult. I tend to put these bedrooms away from the rest of the house, and they tend to be a bit different. Now, whilst this whole house is decorated very formally and very, I would say, classic and traditional, that bedroom, it is a normal bedroom. It does not have any fancy furniture, anything like that. It has posters on the wall, and then same, I think that they like to be further away from the family, and they also are a musician because there's pianos and there's guitars, so maybe they want some privacy so they can be loud in the bedroom. So that bedroom is upstairs. Then we also have a laundry room there, and there is a art room. Now, the art room has to be one of my favorite areas in the whole house because it has these huge paneled windows all around, and those overlook into a little patio. And then that patio has some curly stairs that take you to the rooftop. I quite like that. It kind of reminiscent of New York, those windows and the bricks, and I really like that. And then on the rooftop we just have a few generators for some reason, and a telescope and a few lounge chairs, so you can go up there and get some sun. I didn't know what else to put in there, to be honest, so I just left it at that. Another thing that this house has is I scaled up a large clock and I put it on the front of the house, like on the little towery bit of the house. Fancy houses also tend to have that. So that is there. Now, another thing is this house has a very grand staircase. It is humongous. It takes up quite a lot of space of the house itself, but it is well worth it. At least I believe. On the down floor, on the bottom floor, you do have 2 staircases that will take you upstairs. And, there's a lot of columns and things like that to just, spice it up a bit and just make it extra fancy. And on the floor above that, where those staircases lead to, it is even more fancy. I cannot explain. You can see it in the screenshots after, if you have not seen it properly whilst I was filming right here. But this house is like, those beautiful people. They are very beautiful, but then you take a picture of them and they look like the Grinch. This house is that. This house is not photogenic at all. It is a very beautiful house, and if you download it and play with it, you will see that it is. But in the screenshots, I don't know what I did wrong, but the screenshots do not look their best, but I promise it is quite good. Now, this house does have 13 bedrooms, mind you. I don't know how many bathrooms, but quite a few bathrooms. This house also has some division, which is wrong, okay? The house is divided between family and staff, which is wrong. Again, But this is how it used to be in olden days. If you go to any old Victorian home, you will see that you have the main staircase, and then in the back of the house you will have a staircase that was for the cooks and the maids. So this house does have that. They have two main staircases, like I talked about, and then at the other end of the house you have another staircase, which could be quite useful, to be honest, because it doesn't mean that your Sims will have to walk all across the house just to do anything. It makes it a little bit easier that way. But the house is divided, and you do have 3 bedrooms downstairs. One of them is more designed to be like maybe a guest bedroom, and then 2 of them maybe a butler's bedroom, and they have their own bathroom in the area as well. This house does have 2 sitting rooms. One of them is a formal sitting room that has a very beautiful stained glass window behind the main sofa area, and that window will go into the dining area. I do love that. I do love using stained glass windows to divide rooms. I think it gives it something a little bit special. And I love stained glass window. I would have that in my own house if I could. I really do like it. The problem here is that the only good stained glass windows that we have come with the, what is it? Like the one of the occult packs, I cannot remember. Like the round ones, the ones I'm talking about. The glass itself and the designs on the glass, they are beautiful. But the wood colors, they're absolutely horrid. They are so ugly. They're like this, I can't even explain it, like this orange color. It looks very plasticky and it looks cheap. So I try to hide it using curtains and using different things, but in the end, I think we just embraced that is the color it's going to be, because I really wanted a separating window between the 2 rooms. They are both like family rooms, so you don't need real privacy in them, and I really like that touch. Now, my favorite room in the whole house has to be the dining room. We have already done that. We are right now at the kids' room, but the dining room is my favorite one of them all. You have an extremely large dining table, a fireplace, and a little bar area. That room, for me, ended up looking very nice. I really like it. I was actually quite happy with it. Here you can see those windows. Look, the glass itself is beautiful, but the color of that wood is terrible. Also, because we don't have any woods to match that color. And if you pick a darker color of wood, then the glass itself, the colors will change. And I wanted like this orange and red color and green, so warm toned, because the house itself is all very warm toned. This is the kids' bedroom. How cute is that? Little ducks. Now the kids' bedrooms are quite detailed. There's quite a lot of few things around the bedrooms, but this is a formal house. So the rooms itself, they're not cluttered whatsoever. They're left quite simple, not a lot of things around, just to make it look like that, more formal. Now here, as you can see, we are creating the back garden of the house. Here I wanted to make it look formal, but not as formal as the front of the house. So here we create a few like entertaining areas. I mean, the pool is just ginormous. It's very, very big. And we do put in a little child's paddling pool in there so that, they can have some fun as well. And, this is pretty much it. On the down floor, I always say that. On the downstairs floor, there are 2 sitting rooms, one informal and one formal. The informal one is the one that has a television and it has a little aquarium. Then you have the 3 bedrooms. Of course, you can have those bedrooms, but they're more suited towards butlers or maybe guest bedrooms. Then you have a very large kitchen. You have the dining room. A lot of bathrooms here and there. Then on the top floor you have all of the bedrooms and a office as well. The office, actually, I really like the office, and the office has the best bathroom in this whole house. Every bedroom, I try to give it a little something. So maybe the bedroom is very big, but it has a small bathroom. But the good thing is that it's big. Another bedroom could be smaller, but it has a balcony. Or another bedroom could be smaller, but it has, I don't know, piano. I don't know. They all have a little something here and there, but I would say if I lived here, I would pick this bedroom. I don't know why I do not like colored carpet in real life, but in The Sims, there's just something about it. I really, really like it. And this bedroom, as you can see, is absolutely huge. There's no need for it to be so big. Sometimes I will build a whole house the size of that bathroom alone. But in this house, we needed to have large bedrooms because it is a mansion after all. There are a few bedrooms that are not as big, but there are 13 bedrooms. So, yeah, this is it. This is the house. And I'm losing my air here from talking so much. I just want to thank everyone because my last video brought quite a few new subscribers. So I would like to thank everyone that has pressed a little button and has joined us over here. We do have quite a lot of videos coming up because I have just looked through my building folder on my computer here, and I have found so much footage of houses that I have never done anything about. So we're gonna have that. Videos are gonna be popping up any minute. I do not have a schedule because I know that if I have one, I will self-sabotage myself and I will end up missing a day, or I don't know. I always like to post when I have it ready. So press that bell so that you can get a notification so you don't miss one, because I am very random. And I will post here and no post for 2 weeks and then post 3 times in a week. So do press that little bell notification so that you can be notified. Now I'm also conjuring up here, making some plans of things that I want to make tutorials about. I used to have a series on my channel, very old, and right now it's not updated at all. That was called Basics of Building. I am going to come back with that with a lot of tutorials to do with maybe terrain tools or platforms or just like general building tips and tricks. So I'm coming out with that and creating a new playlist. I will probably delete or unlist the old videos just because they're quite old. Quality is not the best, and they wouldn't be very relevant because now we have a lot of new things in The Sims. Once The Sims came out, I don't know if you remember or not, or if you just started playing recently, but the game was nothing like it was. We didn't have pools, we didn't have platforms, we didn't have terrain tools. We had it was very restricted. For us at that time, coming from The Sims 3, it was the best. It was not restricted at all. We did miss pools because that is something quite vital, but we thought it is the best. We have sliders and we can make our own roofs the way we want, and it was quite cool. But now the game has all of these cool new features that can really transform a house. Sometimes you don't need a lot of packs, and you don't need a lot of kits and a lot of things to make a house feel really special. With a lot of work and some terrain editing and some platforms, you can create something really special only with the base game, or a base game and a couple of packs. If you have not noticed lately, I've been trying to restrict the amount of packs that I use in my builds because I am aware that not everyone has them. or has many of them. So I've been trying to restrict a lot. Now, also warn you, to this house here, it was built pre that time. So in this time I was still building as I wanted to. So it has a lot of packs. Now I would say the main one that you would probably need to have would be get together, because of the bricks and the windows, I believe. Yes, I think so. But I mean, if you do only have the base game or only have a few packs, if you want to download it, it would be quite a nice challenge to download it and try to furnish it and make it into your own. I do know that there's a lot of people that love furnishing, and they will download my houses unfurnished and they will furnish them themselves as a little challenge. That is quite nice. I like that. If you do that, do tag me somewhere. There's my links of my social media downstairs, down in my info box or my channel. To tag me on Twitter or whatever you want. Would be quite nice to see that. Now, after this barrage of videos that I'm going to be throwing at you, that I have in the works right now, I am going to do my favorite thing in the world, which is try and build seasonal appropriate homes. So we're going to start with beautiful autumn houses. Oh, I just love them. And then we're going to go to the best thing in the world, which is Christmas houses. If you do not know, I am a Christmas crazy lady. I love it. I love the decorations. I love the coziness. I love everything about it. So I am going to build, I've decided, a Christmas house in every possible different styles. So a modern house, a maybe Christmas cabin styled house. I do have a few in my channel, by the way. Very old videos, and on my gallery, of course. But I was so excited to do that. I wished they would add a few more little trees or decorations here and there. I don't think they want, to be honest, because we already have like 2 or 3 Christmas trees. But it would be nice, right? It would be really nice to get one, a nice little Christmas tree here and there. Doesn't hurt anyone. We are all happy about it. So it would be nice, but I have no hope that they would do it. But I'm very excited to build seasonal homes from here on out. In 1st of September, this is rule in this house. 1st of September, all of like the more summery like decorations around the house, they're all going into the closets, and we are pulling out the pumpkins. So my house is already decorated for like autumn. So I already have quite a few, like I've got an orange blanket on my sofa, and I've got a pillow that has pumpkins, and we do have few like fake pumpkins here and there. And I like to do flower arranging. So I go on, this is a little tip here. You go on eBay and you look for little plants. What do you call it? Oh my God, I completely forgot it. But you go on eBay and you look for autumn flowers, and it will show up, and you can buy them and then put them in a pot and arrange them and make them all beautiful. And I put in berries and stuff like that. And I love doing that. I love completely doing an overhaul over my whole house and make it look completely different. I really like doing that. I know a lot of you do as well. Anyways, if you do want to download this house, we are finally at the end right now. You can very easily do that. You can find me on the gallery using hashtag SimsDesigns or hashtag SimsDesignsYT. Do enjoy the screenshots. Like I said, this house is the equivalent of a beautiful person that in photos looks like the Grinch, because I don't know what I did wrong, but it does not portray very well in photographs, but it does look very beautiful once you play in it. like I said, I just gave you the details to go to my gallery and download this house. You will have to scroll a little bit down because, as I said, this was built quite a while ago. It is called 1 million Tudor house, I believe, or Tudor mansion. And you can find several other builds in there. I believe 300 and something builds on the gallery, so I am absolutely sure you will find something that you will like. Anyways, please do like this video, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!